Hello, happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday night, actually. Hope you guys are doing great. All right, so I'm in Johannesburg. Actually, it was raining during the day, a little bit cold, but now it's warmer. Hope you guys are doing well. And okay, so if it's your first time to pass through this channel, I'm asking you to subscribe and make sure that you ring the bell because every time I'm live or I drop a video, you'll be notified immediately. And to my regulars, thank you so much for sticking around, and it's good to see everyone. I'm super excited that we're going to be looking at Shabangu. Yeah, I'm a Citizen Coalition for Change girl, and I was supporting Chamisa to the end. I am very loyal to the struggle. I'm loyal to the struggle for a reason. So I can't wait to see us through. Guys, whether ZANU-PF likes it or not, whether people believe or they don't believe, Nelson Chamisa will be the president of Zimbabwe. Some of the things, you just need to make peace with it. When destiny calls, nothing, absolutely nothing you and me can ever do to stop Nelson Chamisa to be the president of Zimbabwe. When you see the fights against him, when you see the resistance from ZANU-PF across the spectrum, it's on its own a sign that is carrying a generation of leadership. That's how it works. And for that reason, the enemy is fighting tooth and nail so that you can block what that the Lord has to do in that nation. But good to see everyone. And I'm just going to ask you to like the lives as we move along and also to comment. Because today we're going to be looking at Songezo. It's been played big time with the Citizen Coalition for Change. By the way, that Citizen Coalition for Change is flooded with attorneys, right? They're all lawyers, most of them. That can show you that they know what they're doing. This is it's a game of chess. So you act like you're stupid, you play. You make a move. People think, oh my God, you make a move. But no, I think if I pay it, you make a move. That's how it works. It's a game of chess until we cross the River Jordan. Very, very important. Okay, so we're gonna check in with our let's check in with our staff, please. We need to have a look at what's trending right now. Let's see what's trending. Very, very important. I just pray. I pray. All right, so what's trending right now? Of course, Songezo Shabangu is trending. Gambakwe also on the other side, I can see him, he's busy talking about, no, he was busy talking about Songezo a few minutes ago. But now he's talking about the banks. So there's by-election nominations. That's what's happening now with the by-election nominations. We saw what happened during the day. I know that most of you really got access to the news or to the updates of this by-election. It's been really a very dramatic day, to be honest, very dramatic. There was a guy who came in with a so-called party that had a name called CCC, so it was called like Quad C's. And then we heard that he could not afford to pay for, and I can tell you, those are all drama. All those scripts are for ZANU-PF. We know it's them. No one else can do those stupid kind of games. It's them. But at the end of it all, it didn't work. He did not even file. As a matter of fact, he didn't get approval because he could not afford to pay for his nomination. So nothing much is trending except that we're looking at by-election, and so also the CCC too also do trend. Okay, so quick one. Now we are going to be rushing straight to the business of the day. So what the Citizen Coalitions for Change did is that the moment they got judgment from the court, they now went in and filed a court in the Supreme Court to appeal the judgment. So what Songezo Shabangu didn't know, while he was busy dramatizing the whole thing, they went and filed in the Supreme Court. And then when they filed Supreme Court, the moment they file an appeal, automatically that judgment fall away. So what Songezo was trying to do was to block the CCC candidates to re-enter the race. But then people were like, why is CCC now set camp? Why are they this person should not do it? They didn't know. Listen, Chamisa is a smart man. He doesn't play game the way that you do. He's not too much of a talker. He's too much of an actor. You play it safe. You act like a foolish person. And everyone is blaming him. Do something. Come out. Don't talk scriptures. No. Wise people don't talk much. Wise people play the game. it born and above. It is a game, so let's play. So wise people are smart, and that's how Nelson Chamisa plays the game. Yeah, listen, I personally am praying for that guy. I'm praying for him, and whether ZANU-PF is going to like it, or you believe or you don't believe, Nelson Chamisa will be the president of Zimbabwe. Time will deal with that, and the time will tell. He's a leader that is carrying, so much of an impact. And I've always been saying to people, there's been a lot of family drama, but the moment Nelson Chamisa becomes the president of Zimbabwe, you will see how many families that are going to be restored. You will see how many young men and women are going to get so much inspiration. I mean, Nelson Chamisa is only 45. I don't know, but maybe 46, 47, but it's going to inspire a lot of young people. They're going to believe in their dreams when they see someone as young as he is being the president of the country. He's carrying so much impact. That's why there's resistance. In MDC, they slashed him out. They tried to disturb his party. He moved to start another party. They are not stopping. Every move that he makes, they're making a move. They are working tirelessly to destroy him. Instead of fixing the country, they're literally leaving Chamisa. They're breathing Chamisa. When they're doing their presser, I swear to God, Chris Mutangwa is going to say Chamisa 100 times. At the end, he's now going to say, okay, now, he's going to ask you a question and say, now, please, what's your question? You ask yourself, sir, we've been here all along. What are you all about? We've been here all along, right? Guys, I'm going to ask you to drop your locations. Drop your location. I need to know where you're watching us from. It's very important. It helps us to cater for everybody and make sure that our times are very, very accommodative. So drop your location, please. Now, I told you, Songezo has been outsmarted by Citizen Coalition for Change. They filed an appeal, and you didn't know. While he was busy dramatizing at the court, they went and filed an appeal. Automatically, the judgment fell away. Now he's saying that I want to recall, I need to block CCC people not to participate. I'm like, you are obsessed. This is an obsession. What are you on about? What's your story? Anyway, stop wasting our time, Songezo. We are on a mission here. We are about to bring down this empire. Don't do it, Don't do it. We are fighting for generations. You must not play games. Bear in mind, we are fighting for generations. Very, very important. So they call the application that was actually filed in the Supreme Court. So it says, wherefore the application seek the following. So CCC seeking for the following. Number one is that the appeal be allowed with cost to be borne by the first responded. So now they're asking the court to now, refer those costs to Songezo. Instead of CCC to bear the cost, Songezo must pay. And then point number two, that the judgment of the court, a score be set aside and the following be substituted in place thereof. And point number A, the application succeeds with costs on a legal practitioner and on client scale against the first responded. And B, it be and is hereby declared that first responded had no right and authority to write letters to second responded, recalling applicants from the National Assembly. C, it be and is hereby declared that the recall of applications from the National Assembly by the first respondent was illegal, now and void and of no force and effect. D, the applications be and are hereby deemed to be still members of parliament, duly elected as much as a CCC political party ticket. E, the first respondent and all those claiming or acting through him or on his behalf, he and are hereby interdicted from interfering with the applicants' duties as members of parliament. F, the first responded be and is hereby interdicted and restrained from the effective any further recourse. That's done and dated at Harare on this 6th of November, which was exactly yesterday. That's when they filed in the Supreme Court. So Mr. Songezo was ready to cause a drama. Boom. They went to file, and then people were busy today again file their nomination. And some people are saying, oh, the battle has begun. What battle are you talking about? What battle are you referring to? These are really very interesting times. But can I say this? I may be right, I may be wrong. But the reason why from the time I started commenting on this issue between Citizen Coalition for Change and Songezo, honestly, I didn't want to say this, but I think I'm ready to say it. What if, and one of my friends once said, but I'm going to repeat it today, what if Songezo is actually playing with Triple C? What if, bear in mind, guys, ZANU-PF has been playing us dirty for a long time. Zimbabweans are wiser now. What if they're just playing ZANU-PF? You know what I mean? Because I've been asking my question. I'm like, the way Songezo has been hitting his chest, like, I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, here I am. And then when I'm looking today, I was waiting to see quite a number of people going to the nomination court and while he's fielding candidates. The dude only had 5 people. Only had 5. And those 5 people are literally all the people that we don't even know if they are really, really leaders. It's like they were picked in the streets. And they were picked like literally on the streets. And I'm asking myself, I'm like, what's going on? What's really going on in the camp? Like Zimbabwe is drama. Like for real, drama. Because Songezo Shabangu had only 5 candidates. And those 5, vanambuya vatorwa kuma streets. Vanambuya. Vekuti kana kunditi pesi pari kuita dzungu achimhanya left, right and center Songezo. He says he's got people. Where are the people? Where are they? Where are his supporters? But I know you may find out that Citizen Coalition for Change will win in the Supreme Court. Definitely, I know they will win. I know, of course, these people will play it very smart. They'll win. But if the courts try to mess up with them, we'll see what happens. But I have faith. I have definitely faith in what Nelson Chamisa and the guys are doing. I believe in them. I always believe in them, and I still do believe in them. I believe in them, and they know what they're doing. They don't talk much, but they do act. Very much so. And it's another fiasco also was for Mavuku. Now, Hopo said Shabangu and his rebels didn't field a candidate in Mavuku Tafara. Remember, he recalled the guy from Mavuku. And then, so the reason why this was done was simply just trying to pave way for the gold mafia guy, who was the Scott Sakupanya, who lost against the Citizen Coalition for Change guy. But anyway, Citizen Coalition for Change managed to file, and also Scott filed as well. Now, he says Shabangu and his rebels didn't field a candidate in Mavuku Tafara. Why? That is clearly a payback to ZANU-PF for facilitating the recalls and everything that comes with it. It is fatal payback that has killed all his arguments about imposition of candidates by Nelson Chamisa, even if it happened. Would be rather ZANU-PF takes the parliamentary seat instead of a Triple C member being a sitting member of parliament. A normal person would not do that. This is a textbook example of selling out, because he would rather the political party that has authored all the Zimbabwe's problems wins an urban seat held by the opposition in August instead of someone in the opposition that he remains to be part of. What he did in Mavuku Tafara makes his fight just about vindictiveness and not social justice as he claimed. That election in Mavuku will cost thousands of dollars, which could have been used for more meaningful things like putting medicine in hospitals. He has been an accessory to political madness, which is only beneficial to ZANU-PF. It is wrong. But we've said it to you, Oppo, since day one, that this dude here is definitely ZANU-PF that's machinery. ZANU-PF spawn. We said it. This is ZANU-PF's machinery. And you were like, no, they are people that were disgruntled in Citizen Coalition for Change. No, These templates are exactly ZANU-PF. The way they are so messed up, that's exactly who ZANU-PF is. It's chaos everywhere. It's chaos. You can see the money they're looting, they're doing absolutely nothing. Even themselves, they don't look like the people that has got all that money. They are miserable. Most of them are filthy. The money they are looting can't even help them to bath, at least to look better. Wearing Italian suits, getting to the meeting. We don't see absolutely nothing. You know, when you ask yourself, yeah, why are you stealing then? Why are you even looting the money for? Because it can't even cater for your lifestyle. So I'm not surprised that Songezo did all this drama. Definitely because he's ZANU-PF, surrogate. ZANU-PF are just using him. In the end, this guy's finished. He's already finished before even finished the assignment. He's finished. By the way, that statement that was spoken, and all I can say right now to all of you is, anga akutopera ega Songezo. Atopera ego. It's waste of time to fight Songezo. Waste of time. Let's get to hear what other people are saying. Names, you said, but you said the recalls had nothing to do with ZANU-PF, that they were a consequence of internal strife brought about by the lack of a constitution and structures. What has changed? And I completely agree with this comment. Let me tell you why I do. It's because from the beginning, Hope Washington's stance has always been, no, because Washington Mngcuve is disgruntled, because Tendai is disgruntled. Honestly, if you look at the actions of Songezo, does that look like someone who's working with Washington Mngcuve and Tendai? Honestly, because I know as much as they may not be perfect, but I know they could have played very smart and very professional. But unfortunately not, because they are not the ones. It's ZANU-PF force behind all this nonsense. It's definitely not. Wash Mngcuve and Tendai, if there are issues they may have, but not being behind this guy. Because remember, Tendai did also condemn, the recalling of members of parliament. That guys, we are wasting our time recalling members of parliament instead of them doing the work. So obviously, it's not him. It's not them. It's definitely ZANU-PF is behind this man. You can see the madness, guys. The abnormality of the entire process is unbelievable. I've never seen such kind of chaos and toxicity ever. And then also Pep Zizolia said it's not that linear. It's possible that ZANU-PF is sponsoring the so-called internal fights, knowing that they can easily abuse state apparatus. These recalls are unjustified and illegal. And Makosa said, Hopo, Unozombo analyzer Nema Iwe. Shabangu said the recall in Mavuk Tafara was a mistake. And he said that. You remember he mentioned that the Mabuku and Tafara, recall was a mistake. Guys, we are talking about an entire state, an entire Zimbabwe can say they've made a mistake to recall a member of parliament. When I'm sitting here, I'm like, guys, this is a joke or what? If there ever been time that you guys, we must hold hands and get rid of this nonsense, is now. We must be stuck with whatever it takes with what SADC is doing. We must all come together, hold hands and say, we are done with this toxicity. We are completely done. We want a functional society and a functional country. This kind of way, the way that we are living life like this, we spend our time just focusing on toxicity. Nothing is happening in the country. The money that they spend, they claim they spend $5 million US to fund this stupid by-election. Does that look like something that you can spend for $5 million US? Honestly, guys, does that look like something that has been spent $5 million US? The man that could have bought medication. Our hospitals don't have medication. No ambulances in most of hospitals. And the only thing they can do is take the money to repeat what we did. Honestly, they're simply wasting money. But the truth is, God is watching. And Shadow said, but you used to support his idea at first. And he was, honestly, guys, Hopo was supporting this idea. I never, since day one, I knew that Songezo was definitely ZANU-PF's project. But Hopo kept on wanting to sell us an idea that, no, people are disgruntled in Citizen Coalition for Change, so they're simply taking advantage of the situation. And it's a lie. The template was very clear because the moment Songezo came into the picture, the moment he came to the picture, immediately ZANU-PF unleashed their ghosts on Twitter. They were like, Songezo. I'm like, Also, the same template of Songezo was introduced by George Charamba on the 22nd eve. The eve of elections, the day prior to elections. That template was already introduced by George Charamba in form of a tweet. That I met someone who's disgruntled in the Citizen Coalition for Change, and they're going to fight, after this election. So it was their template. Songezo is their project. But I'm sure whatever it is Songezo is regretting, I'm not going to tell you lies. I'm sure Songezo is regretting to ever did this because this is not sitting well. It may have happened during the time of MDC, but because we are already in a different era, people are fed up. People want a better country. So definitely, this is not going to go well for Songezo Shabangu. People are looking for him, actually. People are saying we are looking for Songezo. Now, Fadzai said he failed to field candidates in Ward 1, 9, 18 in Bulawayo. He wanted ZANU-PF to take these seats uncontested. ZANU-PF is ultimately behind the people will fight back politically. Can you hear? ZANU-PF is behind Songezo. They are working with Songezo, and I know they are. And Yanteria said, that's very true. This guy was paid by Scott. It's ZANU-PF. Mabasa is ZANU problem. We are too soft in Zimbabwe. I don't understand why Mazimba, tichisekera zvakapusa kudai. And I'm in that position where I'm asking questions to say, honestly, do we deserve what's going on right now in Zimbabwe? Do we deserve this fiasco? Do we, guys, Zimbabweans, my brothers and my sisters, do we deserve this nonsense that is going down in Zimbabwe right now? Maybe this should just push us to say, it's enough. We're going to have to fix our country. We are going to work together to make sure we get the Zimbabwe that we want. At least SADC is on our side. For those that did not listen during the day, apparently SADC did actually advise, allegedly, Mr. Mnangagwa, that you need to go for a political settlement. This is why they're quiet. You can see they're not saying anything. And I'm still waiting for Muchangwa's suppressor. I'm waiting patiently, desperately, because I want to hear what is going to be talking about. Mr. Muchangwa, come here. Please talk to your children. Come. The last time I checked on the president was very upset on Saturday. He was looking angry. He's getting younger by day. Even his ministers, they were angry when they were coming from Angola. And apparently tomorrow, so Nef Masura says it is going to disclose what actually happened the moment they were told that you rather settle for a political settlement, because at the end of the day, people are not happy with the election. The bottom line is people want change in the country. So the only way you can be safe is settle with them, talk to them. So the allegations that there is going to be dignitaries coming to the country so that there can be some communication and talks so we can restart. I'm going to ask the same question that I asked you during the day. I said, what do you prefer? Do you prefer fresh polls, government of national unity, GNU, or you prefer transitional government? Please drop your comment, because they are going to watch. For your own information, they are watching these things. They are listening to them. They want to hear what you guys think. And they go back. ZANU-PF people, as I'm talking now, they are here. They are listening, some of them. They want to know, what are you guys saying? Do you prefer GNU? Okay, not in my world. Or transitional government? Or you also prefer fresh poll? New election? Please drop your comment. What do you prefer? I have said it during the day and I repeat, I would settle for transitional government, towards a fresh poll. That's in my word. Transitional government can give us a startup to say we are on our way to change. We are not going to go back into any nonsense. We are on our way to change. So you must choose, what do you prefer? I've told you what I prefer in my word. Okay. So moving on. The United States of America said, nope. Please. We are done. Can you tell the Biden administration, Joe Biden administration, to make sure that they send a strong message to Zimbabwean government? That is, we are done with your oppression. There is an issue of sanctions, which has been another drama, the sanction drama. Tendo Matinyarari is the owner of sanctions, which we're going to be running the story tomorrow morning. He seems like he's Mr. Sanction. I've given a new name. You also saw I didn't tell you. While I was minding my business on Twitter, boom, I saw my brother. My own brother was holding a Chekan's sanctions one. My family is a chief, so he's he's a chief here. So he was holding a placard, and I'm like, oh, because you're a chief and whatever, you must come. Whether you like it or not, you need to come and participate. So they had their own sanction mantra song last week that war protest. Funny, whenever we ask to protest, protest peacefully, we were never allowed. We will never be granted that opportunity. But they were busy all over the place. So, again, the issue of sanctions. Now, the Senator for Foreign Relations in America, It said the US must abandon any misguided belief that it can negotiate with Zimbabwe's leaders. It's past time the Biden administration amplify its condemnation of the Zimbabwean government's severe repression. The US should forge a coalition to support the people of Zimbabwe. And I agree. And one thing I want to say is God is really working on our favor, guys. Like, people are coming through to help us. Because the Zimbabwean situation has been sitting here for decades. Anyone who says there won't be no solution, no, there must be a solution. There will be a solution to fix the country. So they sent out a statement. There are some people who say to me that I should read the comments. I can't read the comments. There can be too many I can't read, because when I'm reading this one, that one is coming. I can't. Then I'm going to lose my track. So I always read the comments afterwards, and sometimes we reply, sometimes we communicate in any way that we can. We also use some of your comments when we talk. Like, there's one that I'm going to talk about Pomona. Someone really dropped a very, very breakdown, a comment that I'm going to be using right now. So trust me, your comments are so, so important. We don't take it lightly, and we are grateful so much that you guys are engaging and we actually have a conversation. This is what we want, a conversation. So they send up a press release. So the reference, Biden admin must condemn Zimbabwe's government's severe repression. So Washington U.S. Senator Jim Rich, ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, today released the following statement on the Zimbabwe's government severe repression of the opposition. It is clear the Mnangagwa regime is entrenched. The United States must abandon any misguided belief that it can negotiate with Zimbabwe's current leaders, who have a lengthy history of human rights abuse, corrupt practices, and anti-democratic actions spanning over 2 decades. It's past time the Biden administration amplify its condemnation of this severe repression. The United States should use every diplomatic avenue to forge a coalition of regional and global partners to act in support of the aspirations of the people of Zimbabwe, and who will not ignore the government's manipulation of the dire democratic, economic, and humanitarian situation for its corrupt benefit. Background: over the last years, Zimbabwe has been caught in a continuous cycle of oppression under the leadership of President Mnangagwa. His regime is characterized by the silencing of criticism, rampant corruption, and clinging to power through illegitimate methods. The government has compromised the integrity of elections by resorting to violence, coercion, and exerting undue influence on electoral proceedings. The regime has failed to meet the democratic standards set by local and regional bodies, including the Southern African Development Community, especially during the August general elections. I've told you during the day that SADC is communicating with almost so many people out there. For those ZANU-PF supporters who are saying, nah, they're not going to do anything, you are lying. Something is coming, sir, ma'am. There's going to be change in the country. Nelson Chamisa will be the president of Zimbabwe, whether you like it or not. Akatumwa, akatumwa, akatumwa. I was thinking about a song that was sang by the Zion Church. You know, the Zion that is wear blue. You know, that dances like the Mashingo Zion for the bodies of Mianas Mnangagwa. You know, the Mutendi, right? The song, but akatumwa, you know. So Chavisa Agatu. All right, so recent efforts by the Mnangagwa administration to disrupt the activities of the main opposition party have led to the expulsion of 15 opposition members of parliament and the announcement of new by-elections. This strategy is consistent with past efforts to diminish the opposition's influence in parliament. State-sponsored violence also continues, as evident by the abduction and torture of the nation's youngest member of parliament, the Honorable Takuzwa Ngazuore, which mirrors the mistreatment of other opposition parliamentarians and youth leaders in 2020. The ongoing arrests, lengthy detentions of opposition figures like Job Scala on often questionable and politically motivated grounds illustrate how the government uses the legal system to suppress the opposition and the critical voices. And we all know, remember, Songezo Shabangu, quote unquote, I was alleging that he's going to negotiate with the Ziambi and Oben Prof to take Scala out. It was just a lie. It was a lie. Because Scala's son came out and said, please don't involve in all the shenanigans that you're seeing now on social media, we are not part and parcel of it. Which means Songezo is just seeking clout. Songezo is being used by ZANU-PF. That's the truth, whether we like it or not. To just, they're trying so hard to bring Chamisa to the table. Like Chamisa should come and beg. This is why they are angry, because when they went to SADC and they were actually told that you are the one who should seek for settlement because you are the legitimate one, not them. You are the one that needs to seek for settlement. They were angry. Ooh, they were angry. Woo! When I saw Vanashawadu, Kazembe, they were angry. Also, the president was mad, because when you think you know what I mean, and when people tell you that no, you aren't actually, you get furious, like what happened? You go mad, like it happened before. You're not the first people. It happened generations before us. They faced those kind of dictatorship and rulers who were ruthless, and no one could challenge them. People like Herod. Nobody could. They were known for being vile, towards people. You're not the first one, and you won't be the last one. Now, let's talk about the Pomona deal. You remember Pomona deal that went like wildfire? It's back again. It's just trending today. People are like, what happened? But this Pomona deal, people are alleging that it's actually going to benefit Mnangagwa's kids. It's going to benefit Mnangagwa's children. Really, really, like the deal is costing Zimbabweans a lot of money, but it's going to benefit allegedly most of Mnangagwa's kids. So there's a comment that was dropped today, actually by a guy called Norman Lodon 8297. He said Pomona deal is owned by Mnangagwa's sons, and they didn't invest a pen. All they did was add their names as collectors of $22,000 a day. This is US dollars, y'all, a day, which was forced on the HCC. This is a fraud. In a 30-day month, Mnangagwa's get US 660,000. In a 31-day month, they get 682,000. This person must be a mathematician. In those 2 months, that will be equal to about 1,342,000. In 6 months, they'll be sitting with 4,026,000. This is US dollars, y'all. Don't forget, Mr. Mnangagwa is the richest man in Zimbabwe, for your own information. In a year, they will be making plus or minus 8 million and 52 US dollars, depending on whether it's a leap year or not. What did the Mnangagwas do to get the deal? Use their dad's position as president to claim they organized a deal at the back. If a Dutch organization that will literally have the technology and carry out the project while the Mnangagwas carry their names. That's what Mnangagwa means when he says Venevayo. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Literally translate to those who own the country. The fund that they are linked to with the Mutapa fund collaborates with the Venevayo concept as Mutapa is taken from Mutapa. Yeah, that's yeah. A Shona Kanaga kingdom, whose name usage by Mnangagwa confirms ED's desire to be a reincarnation of that kingdom, and Zim's citizens should open their eyes and deal with these thugs once and for all. This is not new with ED and ZANU-PF, as they believe they always get away with murder. Remember Gukrawundi, a genocide, crushing Zapu using an ex-Zanla, only 5th Brigade of the ZNA, rigging elections since after 1980, Government of National Unity crushing MDC group, and now they are trying to crush Triple C. In Shona, they say Chingoma Shiririsi, Disho Chiparuki, right? ZANU-PF is at the end of its existence. That one I can agree. Definitely they're on the edge. I can feel it in my bones that this is the end. It's just that we've been sitting with this toxicity for a long time. So sometimes it's very difficult to believe that we're almost close. We're going to actually doubt ourselves to say, really, are we going to be out of this mess? Yes. As a matter of fact, we are very close to the end. You're very close to the end, but you will never believe because you've been in this mess for a long time. We have seen sometimes you try to move and then they block you. Trying to do this, they block you. There's fear all over the place. But you know what? When it's time, I, the Lord, will make it happen. When it's God's time, nothing I or you or anyone can do, either ZANU-PF, to stop God's time. Zimbabweans have suffered enough, and God have heard your prayers, and He is here to free you. I can tell you, it's the time. It is the time. And also Chamisa, he said, in my life, in my whole life, I've never destroyed. I only built. I was never born with the gift of destroying or killing. I was born with a mantle to build. My gift is to build, to specialize in profitness fights. I invest in peace, no matter the cost or abuse. Zimbabwe needs builders, not destroyers or demolishers. We need light to fight. No, we need light, not fight. Agreed. We're in the darkness right now. All we need is the light to shine upon us so that we're able to cross the river Jordan. But we are very close, for your own information. And your president will be the president of the country. God will make it happen. How? Don't worry about it. God told Habakkuk when he was busy complaining. Habakkuk was mad with God. He said, but Yahweh, listen, there are people who are unrighteous. They're getting richer and richer by day. And we worship you. We believe in you. We're getting poorer by day. And God looked at him and said, my son, write a vision and make it plain. The rest of the things, I will fulfill it. Don't worry about it. Just write a vision. All I'm going to tell you today, if you're complaining that things are not working in your life, brothers and sisters, write a vision. Forget about how it's going to happen. That's not your problem. Write it and put it down. Write it. A vision. This is what you want in your life. This is who you want to be. This is the kind of Zimbabwe you want. This is what you're going to do. Some of you want to be entrepreneurs. Put it down in writing, in black and white. It's not an assumption. You don't assume. Write it down. And the rest, God will take care of. How He's going to do it is not your business. Just write a vision. Chamisa just put out a vision. Whether ZANU-PF is going to kick the shoes or throw tantrums, God has a way of bringing peace in the situation. While you're busy, oh my God, we can't come out. No, you will come out of it. Soon than you think. Sooner than you think. God is on your side. Relax. He's in control. And people say, my president. And Comrade Treasure said, you go down in the history as the most shrewd and passionate peace builder existing in an extremely toxic environment. To lead is to love. I agree. Chamisa really has been through the most. The most. As young as he is, that's when you know that he is a leader. ZANU-PF tried to crush him, but they cannot. They can say anything. Now they no longer have no weapon. For me, they're armless because after this SADC meeting, they're definitely armless. Now they've been known for who they are. And we can't wait for tomorrow to see what exactly happened in the building. Because people are going to divulge the reaction. Based on what I saw, I don't think the reaction was great in that place. I don't think so. After they were told that there was no election, the election did not meet. It did not even meet your own requirements. And when I talk about SADC, it did not. They were mad because they wanted to sell an idea that no, everything was fine. Remember, they've been working tirelessly, trying to legitimize their standing, which is not, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. I know everyone that says ugly things about Chamisa is a ghost account. It's definitely a ghost account. Most of the times when people say things, because if you can become a president, imagine using your own account to trash a person who's going to be your president. I can't. As much as I know there's so many things that are wrong with ZANU-PF, I can't go in and be trashing ED. No, I cannot do that. He's a president. He has got the title. You know what I mean? I will say things are wrong, but I can't go in and be swearing at him. No, I respect him. So imagine when you're trashing someone and when you wake up tomorrow and you are saying, Your Excellency. People in Zambia, some of them, they say that Hichilema was not going to be a president of the country. Yeah, he is today. Today they are saying, Your Excellency. So you need to mind what you say. And we said that lest we forget, President Chamisa, you can't kill an idea whose time has come. Agreed. This is how the idea has been nurtured, where it began and how it has traveled, nurturing through threats, betrayal, recalls, restarts, and turmoil. The people will always follow the idea. Agreed. If Nelson Chamisa wake up today and said, I've got a part to say hello, I'm going to say, with you, where you go, we go. Where Chamisa goes, we go. It's not, so all the things that you have heard that no today BT is fighting, is a lie. It's a lie. It's a ZANU-PF machination. And you have seen how they kept on telling you that, no, guys, we don't know this person. And you say, no, they know. Hey, toxic people have a way of creating illusions, and you can believe it. But you have to be wise to separate wrong and right. They may not, just because people did not win to be a member of parliament doesn't mean that they become enemies. Any professional person won't get angry because I did not win. I mean, I can only imagine if I lose something, it doesn't mean it's not the end of the world. It's definitely not the end of the world. So, Mr. President, the stage is yours. We are waiting for you to lead us, Mr. President, Your Excellency. We believe in your leadership. And ZANU-PF, for your own good, just come to the party. Let's settle this thing amicably for the betterment of the country, for your own good. Because some of you are going to definitely go to prison for the monies that you have looted, and those money are going to come back in. Bear in mind, if America says we are done, they are forcing ZANU-PF to do right, which means the moment tables turns, we are getting all our monies that are stuffed in foreign lands. Europe is ready. I remember I did cross-mention that countries in Europe are ready to send the money back to Zimbabwe. They know where the money is stuffed. South Africa too. They said the money is for elites is yeah. You have heard that on the night of the coup, Mugabe's son received 10 million rands on the night of the coup from Zimbabwe. So that can show you how much money is stuffed in foreign lands by these people. So the moment we take our country back, we are coming after our monies. Then we can fix the roads, yeah. We can fix hospital. The money we have, we are filthy rich. Eddie Cross alleged that apparently, Mugabe's wife is a billionaire. Grace Mugabe is a billionaire. And that money, we want our money back, man. Where were you working? But there were allegations during the gold mafia that made some rhino horns out of the country. Those were allegations. We're waiting for our money. We're coming after you. Cheers. It's time. When God says time is time, so Rascal said, Mr. Chamisa, your commitment to building and investing in peace is commendable. In light of this, what concrete steps do you envision taking to promote and sustain peace in Zimbabwe? And how do you plan to unite and inspire the nation towards a brighter future? Let's clean the place first and begin to talk about that. Zimbabwe needs a clean up. You know, when we are becoming human, like, I feel like we're just crazy. People are like, they're crazy. What we are going through with this Songezo thing, this is madness from hell. Under normal circumstances, this can never happen. This can never happen, It can never happen. But it's only in a space where there's chaos, where this nonsense is going on. But you know what? Don't worry. Don't worry. Help is on the way. God is going to do it whether we like it or not. God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, above and beyond. What you can ever ask or imagine. Just keep praying. Keep your hope up. God is able. And He will do what He can do. I'm going to send you some shout out. Let me have a look and see who's just sending me some love right here. It's good to see everybody. Don't forget to like the live. There are about 400 something people here. And I'm asking you to like the live so we can push algorithm quickly, please. I just want to check here so I can send you some shout out. I need to send you some love, please. Can I tell you, I'm so grateful that you guys keep coming up and just hang out with me. It means a lot, really. Appreciate you deeply. It really means a lot. It means a lot. Appreciate your support so much. And there's Nessa here. Shout out to you. Tamani, Dellington, EM. Good to see you, man. Elisha, Martin, Jane, Shadrach, Boz, Manaka, Innocent, Dellington. There's Mystery, Peter, Alec. There's also Fact, Check TV, Nessa. Okay, I greeted you before. There's Delia, Manaka, Steve, Phineas, J247. There's Erisha here. Also Martin, Obed, Chakanza, right? Chakanza. Fidelis, good to see you, man. Good to see you. My account, it's your account. It's definitely yours. It's definitely yours. And also, Innocent, Moyoti, pardon, Linia, Michelle, Dominic, Mishek, Ku, Martin, Enes, Emmanuel, Memory, Absalom, Sitle, Perfect Shumba. I've told you that once I met a South African in Pick and Pay while I was minding my business. It was like, when did you come back? I'm like, coming back from where? He said, I thought you, because when you speak, I thought you were in America. No, I mean Johannesburg. I'm not in America. No, I'm in Johannesburg. Okay. When I move to America, I will tell you, which reminds me I need to do something actually. I'll tell you. So then Absalom here, Sitle, Perfect Shumba, Innocent Gono, Kellas, there's Caston, Lloyd, also Definite, Perfect, okay, I called your name, Jackson. There's also quite a number of Ambassador, Sisu, there's Patrick, Yehuda, shout out to you, man. Bekezela Mazeng, good to see you. Connie, good to see you, man. I'm so glad you guys came through tonight and just hang out with me. It means a lot. I appreciate you so much. Let's keep our hopes up and also push. Let's see what's happening with me tomorrow morning. We are going to be looking at the fight between Rutendo Matinyarare, Apostle Chiwenga, and Brian Kagoro. Very interesting. Lynette, good to see you. As Gabriel must go. I know he needs to rest. He's getting younger, man. You know, when you're getting young, it's okay to go in and rest. But I think he's want to secure. But I think it's time where God is to say, let's get someone new. Let's do away with your leadership, the entire family, the clansmen, bless you. And we need to also give other people a chance. It has been a great time that I had with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It means a lot. I appreciate you. May God bless you and may God bless Zimbabwe. I love you all.